Buyers, good afternoon, a very warm welcome. I apologise for keeping you waiting so long. It's just that the block here is so big and the driveway so long, it took me all that way to walk to the front to meet you guys out here. My name is Robert Ozzimo. I proudly represent the company of Harcourts, Rata & Co. Assisted here today by my award-winning team in blue. Should you require their advice, please feel free to approach at any time. George, Julian, and of course Stephen, Marino and Diana, whom I'm sure many, if not all of you, have had the great pleasure of becoming acquainted with throughout the marketing campaign. Buyers, I'd like to take just a short moment to thank the owners of this fine property for selecting us to market and sell this magnificent home. And I'd also like to share with you the following announcements, which are in place to help you bid and buy with confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer. I will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. It reads that today, Harcourts, Rata & Co. sells on behalf of the vendor all this land together with any improvements described in the attached copy of title volume 8329 folio 759, or as it's more commonly known to you and I as number 2 MacKenzie Street here in Reservoir. Today, upon the fall of the hammer, we're calling for a 10% deposit and the signing of the contract and the balance to be paid as settlement in a flexible 30 to 90 days time, at which time the vendor will provide the lucky buyer with vacant possession of the property. All in all, quite a straightforward contract. Everything is in here, everything is quite clear. So buyers, is with my highest recommendation what we offer you for sale here today. A great home in a fantastic location here in MacKenzie Street, in the very heart of Reservoir. In the Marylands estate, we've got access to absolutely everything that you can need to provide great capital growth. And certainly, proof is in the pudding. There's been enormous capital growth in MacKenzie Street and the surrounding streets in recent years, and for very good reason. Here, we're about 12, 13 kilometres from the CBD, easy access to a plethora of transport, parks, good schooling options. The list goes on and on and on. So it really is a great place to raise a family. And when we're talking about raising a family, it hardly gets much better than a home like this. An abundance of space, 5 bedrooms in total, serviced by those 3 bathrooms, a huge backyard, plenty of car accommodation. The list goes on and on and on. Formal living zones, informal living zones, everything you could possibly want for your family, all realised here in this one ultimate package. The only thing that's actually missing is you and your family, but buyers, we can rectify that today through your competitive bidding. If you would like to be the one to place a sold sticker on the board when all is said and done, right now is your time to reserve that right. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for number 2 MacKenzie Street? Who'd like to start us off? I don't mind the call, buyers. I'm in your hands. Start me where you like. We're certainly here to sell. If you're here to buy, now is your time. I've had my say. Time for you to have yours now. I don't mind the call. I'm in your hands, buyers. A few shy buyers among us here today. Quiet as part of an auction. I yell and yell and yell, and then I ask, can you give me a little bit of money? And everybody tends to go a little bit quiet. But that's what we're here to do, buyers. Here for your assistance in buying your dream family home. And what a great family home it is. But if you're here to buy, I must see your interest. It's an opportunity to put yourself in the box seat, to stake your claim, to mark your territory, buyers. Where can I see you start? I don't mind the call. Start me where you like. I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to make it nice and easy for you and start with a vendor bid at $950,000. At $950,000, hardly gets easier than that. An easy decision at $950 now, and I'll take 25 on top, $950 and looking for a quarter on top. At $950,000. At $950,000, going to be 75 in the rise at $950 now. At $950,000 the bid. At $950,000, 9.5 and looking for 9 3/4 at $950 got. At $950,000 once. At $950 are we done? At $950,000 twice. At $950 done. Finished. Third. Final call at $950,000. Are we all done? All finished. Silent. Out at $950,000. Well, buyers, while I must say I'm quite flattered that you've come out in this seat to see me call an auction, I'm sure that's not the reason. I'm sure the reason is that you've had eyes on this home, they've imagined yourself and your family living at 2 MacKenzie Street. Right now is your opportunity to realise that dream. I have to see your interest if you're here to buy. At $950,000, I'm taking $25,000 in the rise. For the first call at $950, all done. Second call at $950, done. Finished. Third, final call at $950,000. Are we done? All finished. Silent. Out at $950,000. Oh, buyers, I'll tell you what, just bear with me one moment. I'm going to seek some instructions from our vendor and I'll be back momentarily. Thank you. Thank you very much for your patience, buyers. Fresh instructions from our vendor, reduction in the reserve price and a bid to meet the market here today. I got to tell you, we've got very realistic expectations here today from our vendor. An opportunity for you. Now, as much as I like a Mexican standoff, the first one to pull the trigger here today might be the one that puts himself in the box seat and gives himself... 960? I was just going to my spiel about the Mexican standoff. I'll take the 960 at 960,000 and the same opportunity to everybody else at 960 now. At 960,000, the bid's there now at 960. At 960,000. At 960,000. And what I was about to say was the person who pulls the trigger first here today, if they are the only ones to pull the trigger, might have the opportunity to buy the property from the vendor at their reserve price without the interference of any other offers, of any other interest from any other buyers. They would have the first, the single, the only, the exclusive opportunity to purchase the property from the vendor at their reserve price. That opportunity belongs there, belongs here now at 70 now, at 970,000, at 970 the bid, at 970,000. As I was saying, sir, I'll take one. I thought you were saying 1 million.
We'll get it out of it soon, but
I'll take $5,000, sir, on one condition. You bid twice. So can we say 10? It's got to be 9. It's got to be 10 at this stage. At 970,000, the bid's here. At 970, the bid. At 970,000 against you, sir. One bid not enough here today. 970,000 fairly been offered. At 970,000. At 970,000, make it 80 in the rise. At 970 now. At 970,000 once. At 970.